Hey everybody, Matthew Moore's Wood Studio. Today is Tuesday, January 12th, which means it's time for another weekly shop update. Alright guys, I'm hiding the coffee table right now. Here's the big thing that went on this week, which was I put the finish on the coffee table. So, at least the base that is. So take a look. She looks fantastic. I couldn't be any more happier than I am right now with how the base has come out. This just looks great. The finish just as the finish you've seen before, if you've watched me do the rocking chair, the armchair, the side table, just looks fantastic. You know, the mahogany with the garnet shellac, with the black bison Tudor oak Liberon wax, just really makes this thing, I think, well, pop. It makes it look like it's a piece of mahogany furniture that was made over 100 years ago. And that is what's so awesome about this finish, that in literally a matter of a day or two, for this project, it was over the course of 2 days for myself, you can make a piece that looks like it's that old and has that much character in it. So why is that? Well, obviously the color here makes it look like a really old mahogany. But what's nice about this finish is when you're using the black bison Tudor oak wax and the maroon pad, you are pushing the wax into all the pores and the nooks and crannies. So inside of the corners of the joints, where the ebony's inlaid into the handles, where the finger joints are, you know, everything like that gets a little bit of wax buildup, and that wax buildup really helps to make the piece look like it's older. So it immediately ages the piece, it immediately gives it that character, which I just think is fantastic. So I'm going to take a second here and show you guys some angles of the coffee table base. Alright, so let's talk about getting to this point here. There's a couple things I did that I want to share with you guys this week. So just like before, I used a garnet shellac finish. I use a 1 pound cut, which means it's 8 fluid ounces of denatured alcohol to 1 ounce of shellac flakes. I made one batch, and after I got to my 5th coat on the table base itself, I ended up making a second batch just in case I didn't have enough to also include the drawers. After finishing the 5 coats of shellac on this guy, making sure I covered everything, it's time to go to that black bison Liberon wax. So I use the Tudor oak color. This comes from Christopher Schwartz's finish. It's something like a dirty mahogany finish, and I've been using this for years, and it's really fantastic. Now that you've done that one section, come back in here with a cloth and just start buffing it out. You don't want to let this sit too long, or it's going to become nearly impossible to get this out of the surface. It's just going to dry hard and just give you nightmares. So you just want to do one section at a time because of that. And when you buff it out, it makes this really nice, smooth finish here. Plus it looks fantastic, and the wax fills all the pores, as I said earlier, and makes everything that's really nice and smooth. So that is the base. Now for the drawers, pretty much the exact same thing, except I helped myself out, and I helped myself out when it's very protective of the plywood I used for the drawer bottoms, and I made sure to use some blue tape and tape all around the plywood so that when I did apply my wax, that the plywood with the finish on it would not be affected. And that worked out perfectly, and here we go. So everything runs really nicely. I just think it looks great. I'm really happy with it. Both the drawers move, as they said, they run on the, they go on the runners, whatever you want to call it. These have great action. And I'm so happy at this point. Now, I didn't have any wood for the tabletop before when I bought all the original wood for this project. So I ended up going to the lumber mill this week. Sorry guys, I didn't film going to the lumber yard. I've done it before. I'll have a link over here to that video. I went to the same local place here, Kaneo Hardwoods, because as I said a long time ago, my goal for this project was to build all of this lumber out of stuff you would pick up at a smaller size lumber yard. I went over there and I found some beautiful pieces for the top. I took a picture of those on Instagram and shared them. Those guys are sitting at about 11 inches in depth, and those three, I'll cut them down, will easily get me what I need for the tabletop, for the depth I want and the length I want as well. Okay, I almost forgot the question of the week again. So the question of the week for this week is this: what is your favorite finish for your furniture projects? For me, I love turning towards a shellac with wax, either clear or a tinted wax. And as you can see, I think the results are pretty awesome on the coffee table. A garnet shellac with a nice tinted Tudor oak colored wax. So what's your favorite finish and why is it your favorite finish? For me, this is my favorite finish because I don't have to worry about putting on a whole bunch of masks and making sure I have great ventilation as far as moving air in and out of the shop or anything like that. Nothing here is toxic in that way, and I can just put some music on and enjoy the time it takes for me to put this finish on. So what's your favorite finish and why is it your favorite finish? So that's pretty much it for this week. As always, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. If you're watching this over on Facebook, hit the like button, share it on your timeline, and head over to the Wood Studio page on Facebook and like the page. And head over to mmwoodstudio.com and check out all the great projects we have to offer. And as always, each and every one of you, have a great week in the shop.